but I'm not entirely sure how good he is versus Protoss.
If I had to sum up time in one way, it would be fast. He is
Yes,
a
he
fast
plays
boy.
so fast. Agreed. Yeah. So, I mean, Classic's kind of been killing it recently too, though. So we'll see. We'll see how this works out.
I think it's a great match.
Very excited for it.
So,
All right.
in the bottom left, representing Alpha X and representing them well, it's Classic.
And in the top right, it's our Red Terran hailing from China. It is Time. Far and away the best Starcraft player from that country.
Yes.
I don't know who number 2 is, to be honest with you.
I know for a time, no pun intended, it was Ayasonu.
Sonu. That's right.
He fell off the map. I think he's like a engineer or doctor or something.
Oh, well, can't really, resent him for that.
Uh-huh. Then, who else? I know XY is a Terran.
I mean, there's...
Jaishi is a Protoss.
Mm-hmm. Gemini. Yeah, there's a whole list of players from China. It's just none of them have really come up to Time's level at all.
No, not for a long, long time.
Tudming. I remember Tudming.
Tudming. Yeah, I remember him getting absolutely destroyed by Heart in 2013 WCS. And that was literally the epitome of
Tudming.
Of broken mules.
Oh.
Because he killed literally every single SCV that Heart had, but he had 3 command centers. Look it up. There's a video on YouTube called "No Such Thing as a Broken Heart," StarCraft 2, and it's great.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Actually, I think I may have seen that. Maxed is another one.
Maxed, yeah, Protoss player, right? Or
yeah. Zigwa.
Jigua, yeah. Good Zerg.
Yeah, so there's names we recognize here. It's just none of them are as good as Time. That's all.
Yeah, the Chinese players used to be more visible when all the lands were open, and they'd be in the open brackets for dream hacks and stuff. Some of them would make top 32, top 16. But then since transitioning to this online format, they've kind of just been locked in their own region by Time.
Right.
He's like, nope, sorry, only one of us, and that's me.
One needs to step up, please. Until they do, it's me. Yeah.
Yeah, Time very much becoming the special of China, as far as dominating the region. So talking about the game, we've got an Adept for Classic getting chased away. Killed himself ASCV. 3 racks
First
play.
blood. Yeah, 3 racks play. This is definitely aggressive, if nothing else.
Yeah, casting time, you know it's going to be a bit of a scrappy series.
Yep. PvT always is. Like, long PvTs are so hard to find.
What I think's going to happen here is that Classic, he's a player with a lot of, like, finesse in his play, but I think what Time's going to do is he's going to throw a rope around Classic's ankle and drag him down to his level, and it's just going to get dirty.
That's PvT for you. TvT too, actually, but yeah.
That's just what Time does. Like, he's just going to make it scrappy.
Let's see how many kills the Oracle gets. There are Marines in the mineral line, so odds are not great. Oh yeah, sees the 3 racks and just goes out. He's like, alright, there's a million Marines out already. It's going to be impossible to get anything. Let's maybe be part of this incoming attack here. Getting a 3rd Nexus.
Third
you
Nexus,
see 3 racks is a little
gate.
bit aggressive.
So yeah, Classic, he's got 3 gates though, so he's going to have to go hard on the defense, stalling for time as he tosses down a stasis ward, so that's the first step. Battery at his 3rd, the next step. Warpins with his gateways are going to have to be consistent so he can build up a unit count that can stand up to 3 racks bio. And then you hope that the Terran sort of spends their fuel with 1 big attack, and then all of a sudden they kind of run out of gas. So this is Classic taking that into account, sorry.
No, you're good. Yep. Stasis trap.
Oh, and there he goes.
That's a huge
Like
stasis
a
trap.
fool.
Oh, walked right into that one. Oh, Oracle doing some stuff too.
Oh, in the main,
Oh, 3 oracles.
Turrets do exist, but by God, he's gonna get the factory.
That's massive. That is massive. Forcing a cancel there.
Gets a mule, gets a couple more
Ow.
SCVs. Times Marines all come out of their stasis. Like that is just classic. Just being so darn good. But you can never ever count timeout.
No. It's hard to kill Terrans in general, but it's extra hard to kill time.
Yeah. Somehow he's like, yeah, I can still make this dirty. So he's gonna move out with these units to the right side. Whether he'd just be looking for oracles here or what, I'm unsure.
It's just a scouting marine. Left side group, holding on to the Zalaga watchtower, pushing 2.
Yeah, just looking for oracles, it would seem.
Concussive shells on just about done here. Starport on the way. That'll be nice to have.
Yeah, Classic's gone for Blink. He's going for extra gateways of Forge and Sentries now, which I'll say is honestly a very good thing for time, I think. If Classic was just slow teching into Colossus, I'd be concerned for time. But maybe he can make something happen against Mass Blink +1 that Classic's going for, interestingly enough, which is quite odd, by the way. There's got to be charge behind this for Classic, right? Like, get Blink, then go right into charge or something, and then maybe a Templar Archives.
And you can't say no to charge against a Terran going this style.
Because, yeah, the focus on the gateways before getting up the Robo, I think, is interesting. We'll see if he is going to make just a ton of gateway units and fight time or not, but that's risky against a Terran with Stim and 5 racks production.
Ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh, they all got out. That's crazy.
Oh, this poor SCV. Oh!
No, he dead. Poor SCV. Rest in peace.
Poor time.
Yeah. So, yeah, Stalkers, Blink. There's your Templar Archives getting warped in now.
Hey, there we go.
All right. So he knows.
Classic
Flash
playing,
makes it easier.
Yeah, Classic playing this mass gateway style. Which I like for time. Like, if you're a Terran and you have the choice... Oh, dear. Get out of there with that drop time.
Like, would you rather go against Mass Gateway Tech or Robotech?
Yeah, I'd choose Mass Gateway every day of the week.
I don't know. Storm's pretty good.
Yeah. The Classic might not even go for Storm, though, but there it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Terran would rather deal with Disruptors than Storms, to be honest. Maybe Colossus are a bigger deal, but there's a lot of Marauders here.
Yeah, talking about Colossus, I just know Classic's so good at defending with that Mass Gateway Colossus style. Now we see Time just coming on in with his boatload of bio. Force fields go down for Classic, but they're not really accomplishing too much. And yeah, look at this. Time has just taken a great fight here. This isn't around a battery or anything. Classic's army has just really faltered against this. Not a bad trade at all for the young Terran player. Widowmine's going to burrow Marauders, staying alive. Stalkers do blink back to stay alive. Looks like Classic will just hold on here thanks to the battery at the back.
Shield battery overcharge, really, really important there. Tons of units die there, but Classic barely holds on. And now there's going to be Storm next time.
Yeah, you are definitely right about that. Still a little scary for Classic, though. Zealots getting dropped in the main base. Okay, Ghosts on the way for Time.
Are we lagging?
Oh, we are
Am I
now.
lagging?
Game.
So it's not just me. Okay. Yeah, definitely lag. Wait for lag to go away, I guess.
Game resumed.
Oh, and a little bit more lag. Presumably Time is playing with the VPN, right? So. Oh dear.
Oh shoot, is it me?
I don't know.
I just got the attempting to reconnect message.
Oh, it might be you then. Huh.
All right. Should I bail?
Give it another second. We'll see if if it happens again.
Oh wait, we're back. We're back.
Yeah, it's lagged once or twice more, but we'll keep an eye on it.
All right. All right.
The players are free to pause if it does happen too much.
Yeah. It's looking good to me now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I can't believe these oracles are still alive, by the way.
Yeah, and they're terrorizing Time. He was going for a 4th base, which I enjoy, but then just completely baited out there by those oracles hitting that 4th base. Psystorm goes down. EMP's working though, and Little Mind's softened up some of the zealots, but that final storm. That final storm hurts so bad for Time. He loses 13 SCVs during this. His bio was putting out a lot of damage on the Army of Classic. Archon gets EMP'd and melts. So the Army of Classic is disappearing, but 26 SCVs also disappeared.
Yeah, there's a but. Thanks, Bitterwood, for using the Maturino code. And Grimdark Narrator. Clicking the button. Appreciate it. Thanks, Taki, for tracking that, too. All right. So, yeah, 27 SCVs down means it's 69 and 42 workers. Classic is a 4th base. Rolling, he is going for Colossus with extended thermal lance now.
There we go. I love
and
this.
And he's getting +3 attack, too, which is just so hard for Terran to deal with.
Yeah, Time was thinking about this and made a couple of Vikings, but since that hit to his economy, he just can't keep up with production.
Yeah, 155, 160 now to 135 supply in favor of Classic. His income is looking extremely healthy compared to what Time can manage.
If your Time is the best, like, I know it's very scary taking the game into the late game. Looks like we got more lag.
Yeah, I'm noticing that too. Crap.
If you are Time, is the best call here just to turtle up, even though it's scary, but it seems like the best option, perhaps? Turtle up, throw up a couple of bunkers, even.
Yeah, I don't know. Turtling against Protoss is not super cost efficient.
Yeah, huh. I'm not sure what to do about this lag here.
Well, I did get the attempting to reconnect button again. Which
so yeah,
I don't
maybe
usually
you.
see.
The stream hasn't dropped any frames, so I don't think it's me.
All right, I will. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get out.
I should be able to share screen for you on Discord.
Yeah.
And that should give us an option. Let me just do that. Thank God for modern PCs. So let me know if that's good for you.
I can see it. Yep. Okay.
Good to
I
go.
can see that. Yeah. My Starcraft is struggling mightily. I'm going to restart it.
Okay. All right. So that lag has been resolved.
Hopefully.
No point complaining about it now, but that is one of the things if we ever get another big RTS or game that has similar netcode to StarCraft 2. Like, they need to make it so that it's more clear who's lagging, as opposed to just, like, the stuttering.
Right.
Okay, so Time is building turrets, positioning widow mines and stuff. I really do think that just playing defensive and hoping Classic falters in attack here is his best bet, but all of a sudden Classic's coming in. He's got that Psystorm. He's going to drop Psystorm on the workers. The Planetary Fortress goes down. The Army of Time is getting massacred by the Psystorm, and he was not ready for this. That is it. Time just got destroyed.
Turns out Storm and Colossus together are pretty good. Yeah, that was an abrupt ending there, and it all came down to that earlier attack where ended up taking down what, 27 SCVs?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. So game 1 does end up going to Classic here. We're going to move on into game numero dos here on Blackburn, which is going to be a ton of fun. Thanks to everybody for hanging out with us. I have restarted my Starcraft, so...
Mm-hmm. I'll let you know if it lags again, and then...
You know. Uh-oh. I can't join your game.
Yeah, I think from that point, Time needed to be in a more defensive position, and he did kind of do that, but based off the information that we had, he really, really needed to... he really, really needed to, like, get bunkers, I think.
Would have helped,
and
especially against the Storm, especially against the Colossus.
Yeah, really against the Storm. We'll see. Both players are ready, so we'll dive into it.
Guess you can stop broadcasting on over Discord then.
I'll just keep it going that way.
Okay, just in case.
Just in case, yeah. Okay. I'm excited to see this next game going. In the bottom left, it's Alpha X's Classic, who, by the way, in the last Afrika World he played in, he almost won the whole thing.
Oh, that was an amazing series. And in the bottom right, it is Time.
Go Time.
Sure hates charge lots.
Yeah.
After that last match.
Although I think it was more so the Psystorm that did him in.
It was. Yeah, I don't know. Storm good unit.
Being a Terran and playing against a Protoss, it's like fighting off the Zealots then dying to the Psystorm. It's like a news article of like man survives being mauled by bear only to get eaten by pack of wolves.
Exactly. Look who's scouting this proxy too.
Oh dear, though. That's got to be a cancel, right?
Yeah. It is. I'm lagging out again.
Yeah. I guess.
Oh my gosh.
If you just leave, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
Huh. Anyway, hopefully that stream's fine for you. Oh.
Strange.
Yeah, I think even losing you on Discord for a second there.
Oh, maybe I should restart my router. Jeez.
I do not know.
It's gig internet. I've never had trouble with this before, ever.
Could just be a server or a routing thing.
Yeah, definitely could be a routing
That's
thing.
the problem with net issues. By the time you resolve them, they'll have resolved themselves.
Generally. I'm gonna do a quick refresh here, so I'm gonna drop for a second, but I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. It's okay, guys. The Falcon will fly again. So, Time having his build thrown off a little bit. Quite a bit.
Alright, I'm back.
Wow,
Cool.
that was quick.
No, it was just a IP config release. Renew.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep. Flush my DNS.
Bunker going up for Time. I like this. Sneaking this up, even though he had it delayed. But, a probe shows up, and this SCV is already injured, so I'm not sure that this is gonna happen. This would have been a real nice win for Time had he got that up, but unfortunately no. So just in a rough spot against Classic.
Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Could be worse. I suppose. Alright, depth cruising out. Phoenix opening. A little bit interesting versus Terran.
Yeah, Classic is one of the guys to do this.
Yeah, he does like his Phoenix.
And against someone who drops as much as time, I don't mind it.
Smart.
Although I think you'd just do it no matter the Terran.
Reaper
Phoenix.
run. Ooh, that's a weird lift animation. Look at that. What the heck?
And then he's getting shot.
Now, that is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. They lifted it, but it was on the ground.
Yeah, I guess that's because he was jumping on the cliff. That was so odd.
I have never seen that interaction. That's crazy.
Juice World says hi. Hello there. Phoenix flies on in. Classic's going for that 4-minute third base.
I mean, why not? Is it going to get punished? No.
Phoenix for Classic built up some more energy, going to be moving in. Marines and Viking, enough to dissuade them. Okay. Third CC for time. Classic does scout it. That's actually huge. That's literally the second it goes up as a scout. Mine's gonna drop for time.
But no. One dies to the oracles, the other gets lifted. Wow, that is as much of a shutdown as you can do on a Widowmine drop.
Classic just absolutely shuts down everything.
Phoenix pretty good against this kind of stuff, turns out. Yeah. Okay, I feel bad for time now. He's just been kind of getting bullied here a little bit.
This is literally just like, this is Classic, man. This is what he does to Terrans, particularly foreign Terrans. I destroy them as he delays the third ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Oh, time getting a tech lab. That's just for the barracks, however. Another SCV gonna die.
Join the group.
Classic has played a flawless game so far.
Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. It's got charge on the way, he's working on additional gateways. Eel Temple Archives is coming up.
Juice World saying, casters before this match, who do you think was favored in this match?
Classic.
Yeah, I was hoping that time would really bring it, and that Classic would still be not as dominant. So I thought it could go either way, but I'm not surprised that Classic is looking so dominant. We can't write time off just yet, though.
No, without a question. Can't do it. Little Phoenix harass, you know, kill a couple SCVs, get out of there.
Stimpack on the way for time. He's getting up his additional racks. He's floated over his third, but how is someone like Classic just so good at defending everything, but then also so good at just attacking and killing the Terran? Because that's what he's gonna do.
Well, when you're good at those two things, then suddenly people know your name, you know?
Yeah, I'm a Classic fanboy. I admit it.
It's entirely fair. I think most people are in awe of what he can do. I mean, that 7-game series he had against Rogue last time was
Oh, it was
bananas.
nuts. And who did he beat in the first match? Zest or someone?
Yeah.
And now he's just murdering time.
Got some hallucinated Archons in here. That's fun. GG.
Classic just picked time up and just like threw him. Or he just like picked him up and just like slammed him into the ground.
Gave him a people's elbow.
Yes.
Finished him right off.
Poor,
All right.
poor time.
guess we try this again. Thanks everybody for using the Matcherino code. You're all great. All you got to do is go to the Matcherino site, log in using any number of the ways you can log into Matcherino, and click the use code. You don't even have to remember a code anymore. All right. So I did a bunch of networky stuff. So hopefully I feel like it's better now. Because last time you invited me to the game and it took like 15 seconds for the invite to show up, which seems bad. Like, I saw you send the invite over on the Discord stream, and then it didn't show up in my game until like 15 seconds later, so...
Yeah, that is, that's no good. That could...
Yeah.
Hopefully it's resolved anyway. Juice World's... Welcome to Starcraft, by the way. There's never a bad time to start learning the game.
No.
What's the best way to tell who is winning? By looking at the stats at the bottom? Yeah, as the Raider says, supplies generally... yeah, exactly what the Raider said. Supply is a good way to check. There's various supplies you can look at that will tell you the state of the game. For example, high workers versus low army supply generally means the player is going to be defensive, or high army supply versus low worker supply compared to their opponent will indicate that the player is likely going to go for an attack. And Falcon just lagged out?
Sure did.
Oh dear.
I've never seen this before, but it did the beeping constantly at 0. Beep, 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 like it was counting down, but it was just sitting at 0. That was amazing.
That was quite odd, yeah.
That's new.
Usually the game just hangs for like 2 minutes after that as well, but we just loaded right in.
I just Alt F4'd out, so...
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, are you good with the Discord stream?
Yeah, I can still see that.
Okay. In the top right, we've got Alpha X's Classic.
And in the bottom left, it's our Red Terran time.
Classic scouting out again. That really paid dividends for him in the last game.
I mean, Protoss usually scout for this very reason. It's good.
Yeah. Classic almost advanced to the GSL. Round of 16. Or Code S. Losing to Zest, who's now in the finals, by the way, 2-3. So going toe-to-toe with the finalists right now. So I'm very excited to see Classic in the next GSL Super Tournament. Potentially at IEM. I don't believe he'll make it, though. Unless he wins, like, Super Tournament or something. I'd have to look into that.
Right.
But by gosh, is he looking good.
Gotta love it.
Ooh. Favor repaid as Proxy Pylon by Classic gets scouted. Probe dies, so there's going to be no building going up. It was likely going to be a Stargate. Now it's just a Stargate in the main.
Aww.
The Reaper pulls back for time, expecting the Adept to be crossing the map, and he's right. It's a good game sense there by time, knowing what Protoss usually pairs with that sort of build.
Yep. A little harass the Adept there. Well defended.
Second Adept shows up. Classic gonna try and keep the pressure on his opponent. Can he get an SCV? No. He cancels the Shade. Reaper is gonna head north to try and confirm whether Classic sent another probe or if he's just gonna abandon that proxy. Time seeing this will say, okay, so you're building some tech at home. What are you most likely building at home?
Scary things?
Scary. It's all scary. Absolutely. The Reaper won't actually see such scary things. So we'll see a probe that was planning on the third base, which is quite a nice tell. The Reaper accepts his fate and explodes. Three racks up for time. Classic confidently defending, fanning out his Phoenix rather beautifully. Trying to get all the vision. Hellion for time makes it into the Natural Classic. Occasionally we see Terrans just send out one Hellion. Oh, sadly enough for time, he could have got way more damage done had he microed that. Not expecting it to get anything done, kind of backfired. Because, yeah, he could have killed... That could have been one of the situations which a single Hellion kills like 3 probes.
You know, with a good micro and good positioning, you definitely can. Absolutely.
Classic once again playing that gateway
Game
style.
paused.
However, pausing the play.
Oh.
Hopefully it's not a
Nami.
lag thing.
No, it's not. I don't think it's a lag thing.
Classic, classic.
Was wrong, Classic.
Bjorn right now, watching what Classic has been doing to time, is sweating bullets.
Can't be feeling good about that.
Dear Sorald saying, what is the current state of the game? It's not a bad game for time so far, based off the start. There's definitely because he scouted Classic's planned proxy Stargate. That throws Classic off a little bit, but he just built it back at home. He's playing a macro game. He's scouting what time's going for. So he's going to know that it's an aggressive play by time once again. If Classic can pull something off, like in game number 1, like a big stasis ward, or say just has a good defense with some good force fields splitting his army nicely. If Classic can get a good shutdown on the first attack that time goes for, I think it'll probably just go like the other games, in which time sort of just falters. But there's real opportunity for time to get damage done here. So what occurs in the next minute or so is probably going to determine how this game will go. Players are ready. We'll get going.
Fair enough.
And we shall see.
Game resumed.
So even a tank with this for time, so likely going to be an attack towards that third base. He's going to have to send some Marines forward, otherwise he could eat a stasis. Single unit moving forward, perhaps? No, no, time.
Oh, not two
my
times in a row.
God.
Buddy.
So
You got to be more careful.
there's your answer, Juice WRLD. Classic got exactly what he needed with time making a mistake.
What's killing stuff in classics, man?
Auto turrets. Raven.
Oh,
killed.
Raven harass. Okay. 11 probes down.
Yeah. The Raven, of course, dies, but that's not bad damage. Not a bad consolation prize.
Not
Despite
at all.
what happened. Gonna get this pylon. Time throws up his third base very hastily after. Not dilly-dallying, thinking, maybe I can still end the game. He says, no, I need a third.
Robotics Bay warping in now for Classic, going for them Colossus or possibly Disruptors. The options are endless. They're not really endless. Then starting forward here with the stim, Widowmine's burrowing in front.
Classic gets, or Time gets himself a nice position, keeping in mind these Zealots do not have any sort of,
Ooh, good force field.
yeah, great force fields. There's no charge for the Zealots. Phoenix lifting up the tank, denying its shots. Stalkers doing what they can. Even with the battery support, the Stalkers against Bio is tedious at best. The lifts for Classic have been constant. However, the tank is now free to fire away, and Immortal joins up, though. It's going to be a close hold here. Time still ahead in army supply by a great deal. The tank goes down. Can Time get a warpin or a round off or anything? Charge isn't done, however, though. So these Zealots really won't help out too much. It's all on the Stalkers to deal damage, and Classic GG's.
Hey, Time doesn't take the sweep at all.
No, wow.
Instead is super awesome and instead gets the game. Nice little push. Good Widowmine stuff there. Fantastically well played indeed. GG. To Time. Looks like we are going to be on... Let's see. What's our next map here? Romanticide, the latter edition. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for using that Matcherino code. Can Time do the reverse sweep in the best of 5? Can he win 3 games in a row? And that's going to be the question.
Beyond?
Right. Beyond just did it, so we know it's very doable. Absolutely. So let's hop on into our next match here. Can Time continue pushing? My
You
face
just
is
gonna
gone.
stick on the Discord stream?
I think I am. Yeah, I'll
Oh,
reset my
okey-dokey.
router after this series. See if that helps.
Right on. So, we will load into the next match here. Funny how Starcraft works. Time, he got a terrible stasis ward against him, but then with a good counterplay, sending out his Raven at an odd time, Classic wasn't able to intercept that. All of a sudden gets thrown off his game and then just dies to bio pushes, as Protoss sometimes do.
Yep. Losing 11 probes right before an attack comes in is not great. Always bad. So top left here on Romanticide, we have our red Terran. It is Time.
And in the bottom right, it's Classic. Yeah, if I'd go back and watch that replay, I would definitely look at the Raven move out. As moving out with a Raven, like Time did against a player with Phoenix, is a risky play. But he did it anyway, and it paid dividends.
Yeah, he managed to sneak it in there, get those probe kills, and sure, he died, but yo. Their map's more favorable for the Time War Classic. They pretty much all the same skill at each map. Good question from Zhu there. I mean, there are stats that are kept that keep track of what players are good on certain maps against certain matchups, right? So we could definitely look at it and say, okay, Time has a good winning percentage against Protoss on Romanticide, or vice versa. He has a low winning percentage against Protoss on Romanticide, but I don't know. I kind of feel like the maps are a little bit... So most of them are a little bit sterile enough that I'm not sure it makes all the difference. Like Submarine was a big one.
Yeah.
It definitely had a nice Terran win percentage because of some positions where they could put tanks behind rocks in the short rush distance. But I haven't heard anything like that about Romanticide or Lightshade or anything like that.
Yeah, what's the one with the gold base? That was the Long Beyond versus DRG one. Blackburn, was that it? No. It escapes me.
Where you spawn bottom left, bottom right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Blackburn.
Yeah, Blackburn. So maybe that one favors like certain
Yes.
playstyles more so.
I'm sure that one does.
Like the turtle that Bjorn did. But I guess the general thing is with the best of 5 is that the 2 maps that are the most imbalanced get vetoed. So out of the 7 maps, the 2 least favorable ones by the players are vetoed, so that generally gives a more stable best of 5.
Right. Stargate wrapping up. I can't imagine we'll see anything but Phoenix here. I guess an Oracle first, but Phoenix eventually, perhaps.
Yeah, would not surprise me. I love the build Time went for. It's a single gas build for the Terran, but you still go for the factory before the command center.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's the build he went for based off the amount of Hellions he has. So it gives you early Hellions, but it's still a macro game. And we'll see if Classic's in position to deal with this. All of a sudden, 4 Hellions darting across the map like a bullet. Gonna start slaughtering some probes. Oracle's here to help out, but there's gonna be dead probes. Only 4 probes, though.
Could have been a lot worse.
Definitely.
Another Oracle, sort of going for the multiple Oracle shenanigans here. Out of Classic, which did so well in game 1. Very sneaky, very murdery dudes. But a Cyclone coming in. Cyclone can be a great answer to Oracle for sure.
Yeah, these Adepts really committing on in. The Phoenix coming in will be a big deal, lifting up that Cyclone, but he misclicks. That was meant for the Mule. Or for the Cyclone,
went for the Cyclone and totally missed, which means Phoenix gets out.
Still, though, that was a big misclick by Classic.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. You don't see the misclick on the lift from Protoss all that much.
The Mule takes one for the team.
Yeah.
And saves.
Like, guys, what's happening?
I'm big and I'm orange. Or big and yellow. Yeah, now Classic's going to have to be a little careful because Time has got Stim on the way. Multiple racks producing right now. Just 2, but still multiple racks. And then he's pushing across the map with his Cyclones versus a Protoss who did lose a few probes early on. And... mind this Oracle just being a pain. Time's really giving it towards Classic right now. He knows he's got to get damage done, and there is possibility for this. The battery at the 3rd for Classic is a huge deal. Time is all aboard, crossing the map.
Oh man, he's just pulling. These SCVs have nowhere to go.
How does it have so much energy?
It has more energy than you think it does. Wow. Okay, 15 kills. Not shabby.
Oh my god, Time is just dead.
No.
Phoenix finding this drop, which was a drop, not a push. The Marines have Stim, but Phoenix are pretty good against Marines in low numbers.
Especially with Zealots hacking away on the ground, too.
And no Comet Shield. The probes even decide to join in for sport.
Because those are super overstimmed Marines.
I mean, they
look
kill
at them, they get a Phoenix. Yeah, look at them go.
This is Time right here. This is Time to a T.
This is Time micro. And wow, 3 probes after they're all down to like 1 HP. That's crazy.
Yeah, Classic's still almost on 60 probes. Gonna probably throw up some more gateways, have charge against Time, who is 2 base, 35 SCVs. Because of that one Oracle, who's just an absolute monster. With 15 kills. Time? Uh-oh. Ooh. Whew. Yeah, maybe Time can muster one more good push, and he's gonna give it the good old college try, hitting before all of Classic's gates are done, or before he can get off too many warpins, I guess is his only chance here. Right as +1 goes, maybe he can make something happen. It's gonna be hard though, because he's got bio, but it's not even that much. A couple of medivacs will be here to support this.
That's nice. So basically a kind of repeat of the last engagement in the last game.
Mm-hmm. I think
got the Widow Mines, got the tank.
He's in a bit of a worse spot though this game, because there is going to be charge for Classic.
Right, and that changes everything.
Yeah, those Zealots getting FaceTime on the Bio Army. Widow Mines get shots off, but I don't know if they're enough. The Stalkers don't have Blink. Cyclones are there, but then is there just not enough Bio? Looks like it. Not enough bio. Medivacs are gone.
Slow warping. It doesn't really matter. The fancy micro here doing his best. Time
Phoenix.
is, but
that's it pretty much.
Yeah, 65 to 44 total workers. I mean, army value is significantly higher for Classic as well, and he's bringing the counterattack, bringing the pain. Storm's on the way, just in case this doesn't work. And even if it doesn't work, maybe we kill 27 more SCVs, and the follow-up is great. It's going to repeat a little bit here.
Yeah. Won't feed you guys baloney. Classic is in a beautiful spot.
Oh, heading home, interestingly enough. Doesn't like what he sees. The Widowmine count is getting a tiny bit concerning, I guess. I mean, if you just kind of wander on top of that, you're going to lose a lot of your opening Zealot count.
So just wait till Storm.
Yeah, just hang out for a bit.
Does Classic have a Prism? Yes, he does. I mean, there's going to be some nasty Storms coming up, I bet. Classic's just going to be like, hey, Storm.
Dodge, dodge, dodge. More Storm. Alright, Storm's done. High Templar already on the field.
Lots of Widowmine connections going off, but there's barely anything to storm.
It's like, go, power of Proto. Oh, wait, what? The server just sees where the medevac is, too. That little information is super good, too.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the compliment there, Ju. We try to be good casters. Appreciate it. Alright, so the trick is going up a ramp against a Terran is difficult. Ooh, Observer gets sniped finally. Time recognizes that it's there. But it's 72 to 56 worker count, 96 to 69 on the army value is a pretty significant advantage, especially with the Archons, especially with the Psionic Storm, especially with the charge lots. All of these are pieces to a recipe that Classic's got working right now.
Classic could have things go sour attacking up into 4 Widowmines with 25 Zealots, but I think he just puts the Archons in the front or the Phoenix in the front to tank the shots and then goes. Or just goes for it. Zealots spilling forward. The mines will get some shots off. Time's pulling back, but he lifted up some of the Widow Mines too, so there's only 1 or 2 shots there, and that's it. GG.
GG. Classic 3-1. We'll move on to our final.
Yeah, with
facing
a minor
off against
blip.
Yun. Yeah.